Hi, it's Jeff Mays. I just wanted to thank you for joining me for how AI took over my marketing, the second rendition of that. And when we did this originally the other day, the slides didn't present properly on Zoom. So there's some blanks and some time in there where you didn't get to see the slides that I originally used. So I've gone back and I'm going to re-record the first part of that webinar so that you have the original slides with everything on them. So here we go.
Otherwise, we would have had a lot of unhappy people who can't make it today. So Jeff, anyway, Jeff's been a member of I Take the Lead for 10 plus years. I don't know. I lost track of time. But he's a multifaceted person. He's very, very busy entrepreneur, and I'll let Jeff take over and share more information about Jeff.
Hi, I'm Jeff Mays. I'm an insurance broker and lifelong learner. Welcome to How AI Took Over My Marketing, Part 2. I have been working around marketing for over 45 years. This past 10 months, I have seen more change in marketing than in all the years before. I have experienced firsthand some of the incredible impact of AI on the field of marketing. Today, I will reveal a few secrets to leveraging AI to create high-quality blog posts, short videos, and social media content. You will also learn about the numerous advantages of using AI in marketing, such as saving time and enhancing creativity. All this comes with potential challenges of using AI, such as data management and the risk of losing the human touch. I'm glad you're here and happy to share some of the knowledge I have learned. Remember that AI is constantly changing, and I'm trying to keep up. It's time for me to pass it over to the person Jeff. Have fun and enjoy his presentation.
So I think that unless you've been under a rock for the past year, you've probably heard about things like ChatGPT or GPT-4 or maybe Bard or Claude. All those things are chatbots that AI is providing for us to be able to do things easier. And over the past 9 or 10 months, I've seen that expand greatly. What ChatGPT or GPT-4 is able to do is pretty amazing, and it's getting smarter all the time. So, how's that really affecting our world as business owners, as people who are interested in growing and expanding our business through marketing? I think it's exciting. It's one of those things that's been, it's been an obsession for me. And I'm finding that it's really fun and it's really exciting because I'm learning something new almost every day when it comes to the marketing scene. So when I look at this, I go, what are some of the main ones that are happening? And I would say that the main tools out there that are happening daily now to help business owners do their business better and change the way they do things. The first one to be chatbots. You know, in the past, we've had chatbots that were out there, and what the chatbots did was they used a standard format of some sort with a language built in that would answer your questions. I use chatbots almost every day in my insurance business. I have to do it because the companies have fewer and fewer people answering questions. And when I go into a chatbot, lots of times, I'll ask something like, I want to pay my bill, and I'll get something back like, we don't have any bill here. You understand what I'm saying? Chatbots have not been very smart in the past. Now, all of a sudden, through the use of AI, we are able to change chatbots into something that's trained specifically on our business. The chatbot can go in and read about all the products you have. The chatbot can go in and read about all the services you offer, and then you can customize it very tight around your products and your company so that when somebody asks a question in chatting, that you get the right answer and an answer that's specific to your company. I think this is one of the best things that's happened with AI in the last 10 months or so is having those custom chatbots that can really take care of your customers and help them. Because the better we take care of our customers in whatever way they want to correspond with us, the better we become. Marketing tools is another thing. If you've ever hired a marketing person to do some work for you, and then in a week or two you ask them, well, how's it going? Show me some results. I don't know if it's working or not. And lots of times that marketing person would go, well, when we're done with the program, we should be able to get some results, but right now I can't do that. Well, marketing tools today with AI, you're able to go in at almost any time during a marketing campaign and see what your results are. You can pull that information and find more specific things than ever before. And it's really a good thing for us as clients, us as business owners, to be able to know more and do more with the marketing tools. We can segment things. If you look at some of the tools that have been developed through LinkedIn as an example, you can drill down now on the people that are watching your videos and learn more about them very easily. And I think that's just going to continue to go. That our marketing tools, when we spend money doing something or even something for free, now we're able to find out who's looking at things and find out who they are, where they are, how old they are, all the demographics that are available to us today so we can start to understand what we're doing. I know I just went and looked at LinkedIn this morning, and one of the things that I found was my demographic that I thought I was advertising to. I'm not advertising on LinkedIn, but when I go advertising in other areas, it's the same demographic as looking at my stuff on LinkedIn, which is good. It means I've guessed at that point, guessed pretty well on LinkedIn how to get those people looking at my LinkedIn content. Speaking of content creation is another thing that's been really great with AI. We're able to create content more quickly and more easily than ever before. We can go in and type in a very simple thing and it will turn out content, a blog post, a letter, you know, anything, an article, a press release, anything that you might want. You can go in and create it in AI much quicker and better than what you've got. The downside to that. And the downside is that if I type in a sentence and tell Chat GPT to look at it, or tell Bard or Claude, and if I tell one of those chatbots to do something, it's going to be the same if you type in the same thing. And lots of times it's very generic and it's very difficult to become personalized. And we lose some of that personal touch that we had when we were actually going and typing a blog post for ourselves. There's some ways around that, and we're going to talk about those today. But I think it's really important to know that you can do social media ads, you can do emails, you can clean up stuff that you've been wondering about or thinking about very easily in uh, any of the chats with AI. You get a much better result than, well, better than I can type, that's for sure. It's the best copywriter around. So content creation is really important. Again, what happens though is that sometimes you get that creation and you get that content and you really doesn't turn out so good. And it sounds bad, or now you've got to go back and rewrite it and change it. And all of a sudden you're doing a lot of work. Well, the reason for that is that the AI has not necessarily been trained on exactly what you're doing, and it doesn't necessarily put it back to you, give it back to you the way that you want it. So one of the things you can do, and GPT-4 has come out with this at OpenAI, is that you can start to use things like custom instructions. I'm going to slide my GPT-4 window over here, and I'm going to show you where custom instructions are. Now, custom instructions are a way to open up and start to see a way to customize your chatbot in order to know it's you and to come up with some things that are very standardized for you. So every time you chat with, in this case, GPT-4, my responses are going to be based on what I've typed in here. It's good and bad, right? As long as I am acting as an insurance broker and a personal development coach, makes sense. Now, if I went in here and you asked me to do some work for you, I would have to go in and clean this out because I don't want it to be my information that comes back. So you have to remember that once you put this in, it's permanent until you change it. But I think it's really important. And it's really critical that you go in and fill this out for yourself and your business so that when people go read your material, it sounds like it's coming from you. This is the first step to do that. Some more steps we'll talk about too. But, you can change the way GPT-4 talks to you and the way it responds to you right here. I've down this response area, I've said, I want you to respond to me in an informal way that's conversational, has 10th grade reading level. I don't want something that's over my head. And I want the responses to be medium length, like a 500-word blog post. And you can call me Jeff. I get a kick out of it every once in a while. I say, hey, Jeff, this is the deal. So it's fun to change this. You can change it at any time. You just need to go in and retype it, save it, and you're good. Let's get cancel out of here, and we'll get that out of my way. How about that? So you can start to customize what you're doing by doing that. And I think that's really an important factor now that we can change things, make things sound more personal, make them more customized to what we do and how we do it. And it can't be bad when you're doing that, right? So, customizing the marketing plan. This is something I've used different AI tools for. And it's something that I did probably back in May when I said I want to come up with a way to really let AI take over what I do every day. It's really easy to go out and do stuff. Then it falls down, 5 days, 10 days, whatever. Into your plan, you make a plan, say, I'm going to post a blog every day. I'm going to make a little video every day or whatever it is. And all of a sudden it doesn't work. So a custom marketing plan is another one of those things that I think is really strong in AI and it can come up and help you. Let me show you what it does here. Probably have to slide my window over here. But Bard is Google's AI, and I had it create a custom marketing plan for me. So it's come up with a custom marketing plan. It's talking about, I gave it a prompt that gave it some basic information. It kind of gives it to me here, and it's telling me who my target market is. They're business owners, 46 years old. They own a home. They're business owners. They're, what I want to do with them is increase brand awareness through target audience, generate leads, and increase sales. Basic stuff, right? Everybody wants something like that. This is a nice little marketing plan. If I went through and read it all, which, I certainly would, it starts to give me some great ideas here. Tells me week 1, I'm going to identify a target audience and develop buyer personas. That's important. And the 4 reasons I'm doing that. One is I'm able to figure out who I'm marketing to, and then I'm able to go find them once I know who I'm marketing to. A lot of tools out there today to help me do that. But identifying that buyer persona is really a first step of all effective marketing. You want to know who you're marketing to so you can effectively market to them. Anyway, it's going to go through this 5-week course. It's going to tell me what to do. And there's the potential obstacles, lack of time, lack of budget, competition, expected outcomes, increased brand awareness, more leads, more sales, stronger relationships with potential and existing clients. And Jeff May is being positioned as a trusted insurance advisor for business owners. Now, I can tell you, I started doing this and I did it for 30 days, and I stayed with it consistently the month of June and July. And I'm still reaping rewards from this. I'm still getting people calling or they're going on the website and requesting a quote. And before, I can tell you for the last year or so, I hadn't been getting any leads off Google. And now all of a sudden, through Facebook, through LinkedIn, a lot of leads. And it's really working out. Sometimes they're not the right leads, but hey, that happens no matter what, right? So they go in and actually, now I've asked it to do a 30-day content creation calendar. It goes in and tells me right here, day 1, create a blog post about the top 5 risks that business owners face. That's actually something I can take. And I could take and put that back in the BARD or in GPT-4 and say, what are the top 5 risks that business owners face? And write me a little, 30-second script, 60-second script to explain those to my clients. Be very easy to do. And then day 2, it's going to go through all 30 days here. And we'll just have to ask it, generate day 7 through 30. We could do that. Probably take longer than I want. 7 through 30 of this plan. There we go. It will take a minute. It always does with any of the AIs. It takes a minute to think because it's actually thinking about it. It's going to come back and boom, there it is. And tell me what I should be doing each day. I can put that on my wall. I can put it on my calendar, and I can make a blog post every day about those 30 things. In fact, maybe I'll do that with this list for the next month. Maybe a good November one. I haven't done a business owner one for a while. So that's a great idea. It's easy to do. It's something that's actionable, and you can take action. If you said only wanted to do it 3 days a week, you could say create a posting schedule for 3 days a week for these ads, and boom, you'd have a way to do it.
So Bard is Google's?
Bard is Google's.
Oh, okay.
Now, if I can get this bar down here, let's see if I can get Claude open. Okay, you seeing Claude now?
Is Claude also Google?
No.
Some of it's the first.
Oh yeah, it's Claude. I see the yeah, it's in the Claude if you look.
Oh yeah.
Claude, yeah, it's Claude. Yeah.
Claude, yeah.
So Claude, I took the same prompt and put it in here and said, okay, what's the difference? It's kind of interesting. What did the 3 things do differently?
Yeah.
And this one actually comes up with like a daily activity, which is what I really wanted to do. Set up different things each day, research target audience, kind of the same as the other one said. Finalize core messaging, and then you get down here a little ways. It sends first email to the contact list, and every day gives you something to do for the first 30 days.
Oh wow. Huh.
So back in June, probably the middle end of June, I set up one of these for my business, and I started doing it. And I have used that. I think it was a 45 or 60 day I set up, but it's still on my wall here, and I use it every day. Keeps me on track. Tells me what I should do.
And where do we find Claude? That's part of AI.
Yeah, Claude is Claude.ai. It's right there. And Claude's a company. Anthropic is the company that owns them, and there's some people at OpenAI that left and started their own thing.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
More and more of, right?
Yeah.
So that's Claude.ai. Claude sometimes, my personal experience, Claude sometimes makes up stuff. And you got to watch out a little bit.
Yeah.
A couple weeks ago, I had been walking down the street with my dog. We're out for a walk, and I saw a sign on the fence post, and it had one of those, whatever you call them, little things that take a picture of it and send you to a website. And I went in there, and it said that my neighbors sold their 5 acres, and they're going to build 100 apartments behind me, my house. Not real happy about that. But so I started, how do you fight this? And I spent about 2 hours with Claude going through there, and went back and looked at the research material that Claude gave me, and it was actually for somebody in New Mexico.
Wow. Oh, wow.
So you got to kind of, it was saying you go to so-and-so and this city councilor and this and that, and none of those people are here. They're in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So you got to kind of watch. Don't trust everything that AI does, I guess is my.
Yeah.
Always verify it. Always make sure it's right.
That's important to know if you've got something that's specific to a state. If you've got restrictions on a state you're marketing in, that you're getting something from a different state, that could screw you up. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You go down to the city council and say, hey, you didn't approve this subdivision in Woodbridge Village, and they're looking at you like, huh? Where's Woodbridge? You know?
Yeah.
So one of the things I'm actually playing with right now, and I'm taking a class on that I think will be really fun, is building a custom avatar. So I kind of know my ideal client, but part of the problem is unless I call Lynn up, Lynn's my ideal client, right? Unless I call Lynn up and pick on him and say, hey, Lynn, what do you think about this? He'd probably tell me, but a lot of people wouldn't, you know? So now what I'm doing is I'm building a custom avatar that I can ask questions to, and it will respond just like GPT does or Claude does, and it will come from that place. So that'll be part 3, right?
Now the avatar is for you or for your ideal client?
My ideal client.
Oh, okay.
So I can go on and say, okay, I'm planning to do a $10 million Facebook advertising campaign using this approach. What do you think? They'll say you're stupid. No. The idea is that you get a response from somebody that would be your client that makes help you out in your marketing or so that was kind of interesting. I'm right in the middle of that. I'm week 2 of 12. So content creation. We talked a little bit about this, but making blog posts, social media posts, newsletters, press releases, etc. Those are all things that you can use in your business. I was with another insurance agent Friday afternoon, and he said, well, what would you do about, I need to write this letter. So we went and wrote the letter. I was at lunch today with a massage therapist in I Take the Lead group at lunch, said, I'm trying to put on this class. What would you send out for a post on Facebook? And I took out my phone, believe it or not, took out my phone, wrote it, and sent it to her.
Wow.
This stuff's not that hard. It's just a matter of putting in the right stuff, and then you go modify it, right? You may know exactly what it says. Short videos have been one of my favorite things to do, and I've really enjoyed them. We've got 2 different programs I use, and it's just kind of fun. And it gets that, I think a lot of people like video and like looking at stuff versus reading it, right? So I wanted to show you a couple of the 3 examples, right? Here's a blog post that I post on blogger.com, and this is one off there, and it's, basically, this is one of my morning things. I do these positive, hopefully make you feel good kind of things every morning.
Yeah.
Just keep the positive stuff out there. You take the little video and implant it, and then there's a blog that goes with it. And there's a sequence that I go through that creates the blog, then it creates the 6 lines of copy that go in the video, and make the video, or record the voice, make the video. It's all AI. And it's really, it's fun, but it's also, the last time I looked, I think I'm kind of focusing on LinkedIn for business. And I think I've gone from like 800 people on LinkedIn to like 2,500.
Oh, wow.
Getting a lot of folks that are looking at that.
So you're putting the videos out on LinkedIn as well?
Yeah.
Okay.
So by doing that, again, they're not calling up tomorrow saying I need insurance or whatever the case is, but I'm getting these messages from them, thank you, and I get a chance to go back and forth with them a little bit. They get to know you. It's not a sales pitch. It's just, get to know people. And as you get to know them, then when they think about, oh, yeah, there's that bald-headed geek that was talking about whatever. Yeah. And that's kind of what we wanted to do. That's what it's all about. So I've enjoyed doing that. That's a lot of fun. I think I counted this morning 89 blogs, and I've done 2 in the last year. So I've done 1 a day, basically.
So the words that's in the video itself.
Yeah.
So it's just saying the same thing.
So, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this
5 benefits of having a contractor's insurance policy. 1, liability protection from lawsuits. 2, covers loss of equipment and tools. 3, completed work coverage for later damages. 4, protection from customers' claims against you. 5, peace of mind to focus on your work. Protect your clients and yourself. Get contractors insurance today. 5 benefits of...
So those little guys are usually 30 seconds.
Yeah.
They're quick and easy, and people like them, or they go on, I guess. But yeah, when they like them, then you get a chance to, again, you see who they are, you get your likes, and you can see who liked it, and you can drop them a note and say thanks for liking it, or whatever the case might be, depending on the platform. You can correspond with them. So all this gets pretty, well, it's work, right? I'm not talking about anything that's easy here. I'm talking about making a little extra work every day to make something new. And I started thinking about, well, there's got to be a better way to do this. And one of the things that I learned about was a system called Groove AI. And Groove AI takes this stuff and makes presets so that you can do what you want to do more quickly. And I've been using this for a little while now, since it came out. It's still in beta. But it's, basically you're using the API of OpenAI, which is ChatGPT, and you're using their API, and you've got to go in there and pay for it. You pay a few cents every time you use it. But then you're setting up some presets. Now I've got a few different ones here that I've got, and they're all different things, but I've got, my daily little post. I use Dan Kennedy for that. My ideal insurance client, I've got some options here I set up. It says act like a social media manager. It says the target is insurance shoppers. Reading level is 10th grade. If you start messing with that reading level, and I have, you get to a college level, and I've got a college degree, but I don't get some of the stuff they write. I just said 10th grade's a good, comment. And then I'm using Gary Vaynerchuk as the style, and I'm writing for that 45 to 60-year-old married couple living in Washington, Oregon, homeowner, 2 of our cars, making over $125,000, have personal assets of $1 million or more. So everything that I write in this account has that basis to it. And then I'm going to come in here, and this it looks complicated, but once you figure out what you want to do, it's not very complicated. I do it in about 5 minutes every morning.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, it looks really complicated.
So the work is getting initially set up, then it gets easier, right?
Yeah, and you save it, and then it's, boom, off you go. Well, let's say you wanted to write a blog post. It's going to write a blog post. You wanted to write I don't know, what do we want to write? Let's do a video script with a voiceover. It would give you that right there. You just pick it. Or you want to write an article for a magazine. You just pick what you want to write, and it'll frame it for you that way. So you don't have to rewrite it 5 times. We'll just stick with the blog post for now. And then framework, you can choose if you want keywords, if you want a snippet. I always use those in there. And then this is the part you can change, easily. You want to make it engaging, conversational. I usually say
really?
Friendly and optimistic. Those are all things I like to be about.
I would have to try sarcastic just to see what it did.
Can you imagine?
Sure, you wanted sure.
Sarcastic, creative, banning you from Facebook for life. Yeah. Conversational, and then the goal is to increase conversions, lead generation, and generate sales. Okay. And then I would come in here, and let's just pick a subject. This will take a minute, so we'll have a minute to talk here. Let's just say umbrella insurance, because I've got it in the insurance market here. And all I'm going to type in is just the word, umbrella insurance. I can't type. You ever notice how you can always type until you get on screen? And
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to let that run for a minute. It'll take it a couple of minutes here probably. But it's going to write a whole 500-word blog post just off those 2 words. And as it does it, that gives me a pretty good, I'll read through it and change it around a little bit maybe. But it's going to remember that I live in the Pacific Northwest. It's going to remember that, might say something about the evergreens, and kind of amazing what it comes up with sometimes.
Jeff, did you put in the search words, or does that generate search words based on what you're looking for?
Yeah, I just typed in umbrella insurance.
Okay, but I saw it had other key search words that it popped up. That's the first thing it said. So it populates the SEO search words for you.
Yeah,
cool.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Excerpt. So if you're doing a Facebook post, that's what I use for the under the picture or by the picture.
Right.
And then the responsible. I usually put those in front, but you can put them in the middle. But then if you were going to take that and wanted to play with it and format it, you can just do it all right here. Just pull it over and start changing it around. It's got an editor there. But that's a great time saver because I can do things. It's also great if I wanted to go back and look at one. Talk about too much data. You get way too much and start doing this stuff. And now I can go back and find, surviving the hard insurance market. I want to play with that one again. So I go back and say, let's regenerate it. And it will go back and remember, I wanted a 6-line summary with no longer than 9 words. And boom, there it is.
Oh, wow, okay.
Nice.
So now this one is called
Groove AI.
Groove AI, and you said it costs you.
Well, I don't know what it's going to cost you. It's a beta right now, so I bought into the launch.
Oh, I got you.
It looks like you have to put groove.ai to find it.
Groove.ai, yeah.
Okay.
But these things are, the idea is you're starting to stand out from the crowd and you're doing something that's more like you.
Yeah.
That's what we all want to do, eventually. And that little tool is a great tool. So you don't have to type out those great big long prompts that tell them what you do every time. But I guess, what I'd say is there's a whole lot of stuff happening with this. And I'm not an expert. I was talking to a guy that is an expert yesterday. He said, well, you know as much as I do. And I'm like, well, I don't. It's way higher than I do. But the idea is that any of us can embrace some of this and use it. And it can save you some time. It's going to take you a little bit of time to learn it, probably.
Yeah.
Once you do it, that blog, I remember taking an hour to try to write a blog post a lot of times. And I'd still have to go back and do it again. It wasn't right. And now it's a matter of minutes and I can edit it, change it, make it worthwhile, get those posts out there so they do some good in the world. But by saving that time and money, you can, in my case, I wanted to have something that my assistant can do that can get those out there for me and still make it sound like me. And then she can do that when I'm dead, right? There's a thought. I'll never die.
Jeff's business continues on.
AI has me forever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's just so many things out there that you can do. And I guess I would challenge everybody that's here that, is thinking about it just to try something. And if you get lost or confused or whatever, I'm happy to help you with what I know. Not a whole lot that I know. But I also thought about, the thing I could do for anybody that's here today or catches the replay, just a little free consultation and give you a marketing plan. I look at this as a way for me to get better at it because I've written mine. I need to write mine again right now. But, if we sat down and talked for 20 minutes, and I learned about your business and what you do and how you do it, and came up with a 30-day marketing plan for you, I'd learn a lot about what you do and I'd learn how to do this better, right?
Yeah.
So there's a thought for you.
Well, that's a great idea.
Starting with a little step, be happy to help you with that. So just email me. And I guess that's the same basic thing right there. But yeah, so that's, if there's questions, I'll be happy to go back to anything. That was what I had. So,
Yeah.
I do have one. Are you using AI to generate some of the things you put out on TikTok?
yeah, everything.
Yeah. So that's kind of neat. You can go on different, do things that format for different types of social media.
Yeah.
Because not everything fits every format.
Right.
So that actually could be a real time saver.
In that little, and I won't go all the way back to it, but in that little program called Pictory that I use, they have 4 different formats. You just pick which one you want to format.
Oh, nice.
Which
Nice.
For the videos?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's real easy. I just usually do the square one that fits on everything. So.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we have a lot of questions. I've muted everybody if you weren't already muted. So just unmute yourself or raise your hand or put it in the chat, whatever you're most comfortable with. But the real person has to step up and ask the question, not your AI. No. So do we have any questions? Or
Jeff's gone. He's eating a sandwich.
Yeah. Kent, I see you. Do you have any questions? Have you started using AI at all for your business?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I've been too busy with life to even bother trying to do anything like this yet.
I hear you. I know. It just seems like it would be a lot of work to get it set up. I have done a little bit with ChatGPT, but not anything like Jeff has.
So Jeff, just in general, how much time do you think you've spent just learning and getting things set up before actually being able to use it effectively?
What I'm doing, especially with like the videos, maybe 2 days, 3. You know, it's taken me longer. Well, it took an hour maybe to train the voice. And then it's taken a little bit of time to go in and play with it. But if you look back in the videos in April and May, you'd go, well, they're a little bit different, but they're still basically the same.
Jeff, when we were watching the video, I don't know if it was just on my end, if there was some lag, but like there was your mouth and the voice were like kind of off. Was that kind of just, is there just some latency still with the AI, or was that just not going well on our end?
I don't think DID, which is that program that does the talking head, I don't think it's quite there yet.
Okay.
Did you select the option that said Kung Fu movies from the 70s?
That's what it was.
I wasn't I thought that's what you wanted.
So I just recently started using the AI, and the first time I used it was I found out the hard way at a financial advisor who put me in some really risky investments and held them too long. I wasn't aware of that, and then I found out that lawyers will only take the case after you've lost $1 million or more, because they work out a contingent, and nobody wants to deal with a loss of less than $1 million. And that wasn't me, fortunately and unfortunately. So I did have enough friends who are attorneys, so they gave me some advice. So I use ChatGPT to write the demand letter to send to the broker, to send to his insurance company, to say, hey, we got to resolve this. So, well, that was the first thing I used ChatGPT, because I am not a writer, but ChatGPT is.
Yeah.
And I wrote a very well written demand letter, I'll say.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause I wouldn't even know where to start on that, and it just, I just put it in, told it like kind of the parameters, and it just did it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Can I, I'm Kari, and I don't have a picture. I don't have a picture because somehow I eradicated it.
Well, I know who you are, Kari.
Well, I tried to do a blur background, which has always worked, and then it just took me out. So I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But my question is, which would you, I know they're different, but which would you recommend, Jeff, between Claude.ai and Groove.ai?
Well, they're two different things, right? Claude is a chatbot, and Claude will answer just like GPT does. You type something and it'll give you an answer. Groove AI is more of it uses, it formats things for you in your own way. So it's a little bit different. Claude's just going to give you a standardized response. So it depends what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to do an open thing that not real specific to you, Claude would be fine. I guess the second thing I would say is that ChatGPT, GPT-4, with those custom instructions is probably the second best thing. And then if you want to get really more specific, right now Groove AI is one of the better ones. There'll be more. This thing every week. It's crazy.
What do you use for your videos that you put out?
I use a little program called Pictory.
Pictory?
I use two different ones. I use in video, but it's like for the bigger ones, longer ones. I can show you this if you want.
I put a link in the chat for Pictory.
Oh, thank you.
You guys see Pictory up there?
Yeah.
So it's pretty, let's see, where's my project? I guess got to log in. It says in there, okay, proceed. So, well, it's not doing what I want it to do. There we go, my projects. It's like Lynn was saying, how do you change the format?
Yeah.
If this loads, we'll just take one. Here's one I did yesterday. I haven't done one yet today.
I didn't think so. I didn't see one anyway.
Got busy doing something else today. I wonder what it was. But I can actually go back into the project and just change the formatting of it. It may be taking too much bandwidth. Going on. I think that's the problem. But it's, basically you can change it to the 4 different formats and download it.
Oh, okay.
Video, text. Let's see if I can. So that one, when I go to download, well, it's just going to do it. Sorry, it picked the wrong button. But there are some settings there you can do it and choose which one you want. Square right there. Landscape, square, and portrait. I guess there's the 3.
Oh, okay.
You can change that to landscape and then be the full width.
Yeah.
You could download it just by going there. And it would create a different one, but you could use that on, maybe LinkedIn or something.
And Jeff, what did you use to generate your virtual Jeff?
Virtual Jeff, the picture is D-ID. I think it's DID.io.
I.O. Okay.
No, it's not. That's not correct. My computer didn't remember it right. It's hard to know. Everybody's using different last domains. There it is right there.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They got
D.
free trial and, I played around with this one a little bit. Right, Becky's seen most of these, but create new characters on, I was using Stable Diffusion and then started using Bard now, yeah, Bard. Let's see, go to
And Bard. Wow, there's a lot of them now. Because last time I think you were using 3 major ones. Oh yeah.
So like, this guy, I generated Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Dear young Padawans, we must. A secret I have to share, yes. Napoleon Hill, a master of wisdom he was. The path to success he has found. Her. In the mastermind group, you will be...
I don't know about your cheerleader, Jeff.
Yeah.
No, they changed, right about when I did that, they changed the deal. You can't make lifelike anymore. You gotta do something different. Anyway, it's world's changing. Everything's changing. Yeah. Anyhow, lots out there, lots of fun stuff to do.
Yeah.
Just keep playing with it, I guess.
Well, it keeps changing too. So, so do we have any other questions or comments or? So.
Hi, Andy here. Sorry I came in late. Hello, all. Hello from Southern California. I got your email about the 30-minute consultation, and I actually looking forward to it. Do we set up an appointment, or is there a particular good day and or weekend available, that sort of thing?
Yeah, if you send me an email, I'll send you back my schedule and you can find a time.
Okay. I'm a new business owner, so I'm trying to get all the help I can get.
Yeah.
What's your email, Jeff?
Jeff at jeffmays.us.
Really, that's it?
Yep.
Are you on LinkedIn?
Yep.
Yeah. And just so you know, especially the late bloomers, latecomers, I'll be sending out a replay and I'll go ahead and send Jeff's information. So if you didn't get it.
Super.
So that you can reach out to him and find out. So yeah, you said 20-minute consultation and then you'll provide a marketing plan for them. Is that what you said, Jeff?
No.
No?
A little marketing. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just making sure. Because I was going to put it in the email. You might want to send it over to me to make sure I get it right. Yeah. So good. Tim, you have any questions or anybody else have any questions? Chris?
I think this is something where people have to jump in and start working with it, and then they'll create questions.
I know. Exactly.
You know, the key I've gotten from Jeff is, you got to, if you want to figure it out, you got to jump in and start playing with it.
Yeah.
I don't know what I don't know, so.
Yeah. Well, Jeff, do you still have your the group going, the Facebook group?
Yeah. Facebook group's still out there. I can give you that link if you don't have it. You probably have it, Becky.
Well, I'm a member. But I didn't want to promote it unless I knew that you were. So I'll put that in there.
I haven't done much in there lately, so thank you.
Yeah. You might have some potential new members.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Let's see. Thank you. Sorry I couldn't stay engaged, but I'm looking forward to watching the recording. Okay, Ruben. Thank you, Ruben.
So you can use, here's an idea. If you want to try it, you can use ChatGPT to do a funny Christmas card newsletter for your family.
Oh, that's a good idea. Have you tried that yet?
No, but I've done funny poems and funny newsletters before where I just make stuff up and people always like that. So I'm thinking you could really get crazy with ChatGPT, just give it a couple scenarios and let it run.
Yeah, I haven't sent out a Christmas card for years. That'd be funny to do. Well, thank you, Jeff. I really appreciate your time and effort and of course I didn't even know you were doing all that on LinkedIn. I follow you I try to like your stuff on YouTube and Facebook and TikTok. and Instagram, but LinkedIn, it looks like you're putting different stuff over there. So you've been busy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Having a lot of fun.
So good.
I think LinkedIn, it's a different crowd.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of turned from a get a job website into a marketing website, which is weird. But TikTok, I think in April when I did the webinar, you said something about TikTok, and I went to one of my meetings the next week, and I said, what social media do you use? There's 5 or 6 people there. Everybody said TikTok, and I'd never even been on TikTok. So.
Yeah, I hadn't either before it started, so yeah.
Yeah, so that was like, now I for some reason, it times out on me sometimes when I go to upload, but yeah, I'm trying to get everything.
Yeah. I create everything on TikTok. I like TikTok, and then I share it with the other ones. So yeah,
that's where I make my cat videos.
Yeah, yeah. If you haven't looked, Lynn, you got or Jeff, you have to look at Lynn's cat.
And my cat is now being mentioned on a radio show every day. So
nice.
He's getting airtime based on those videos. So
wow, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to see Becky's TikTok dance videos.
Dance videos?
Yeah, the dance challenges. Yeah. I haven't done any of the challenges because I don't know where to find them. But
yeah, I'm not going to do the dance ones. I've seen some though. Yeah, I didn't know it was a dance challenge. Now I get it. Makes more sense because they're busy dancing. So yeah, funny. Well, good. Well, we're just about at the end. As a reminder, I will be sending out the video to this. Thank you, Lynn, for reminding me to hit record. Otherwise, we would have had a lot of frustrated people. But and I'll send you Jeff's information, and so you can reach out to Jeff and take advantage of his very generous offer. So thanks everybody for being here. We'll go ahead and end the meeting unless anybody has any last minute words of wisdom or questions, real quick questions that they want to get.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff. I look forward to meeting with you soon, sir. Appreciate it. Everyone else, have a beautiful evening from Southern California.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks, Jeff.
Appreciate it, Jeff.
Here, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Nice seeing you all.